that we saw earlier. Why is this dark, you ask? Because it's a screening.
What the fuck is that art? Do you see? I can't be the only one that realizes that, right? What the fuck is wrong with this art? Dudes and dudettes, we are back with another video. Of course, it's another Tour Judgement for the first time in a while. We're watching another Tokyo portfolio Japanese house. This one is pretty expensive, but you do get a lot of benefits from it. So I recommend watching it to the end of this video to see all of the dumb shit this house comes with, of course. If you guys end up enjoying this video, you know what, do like, subscribe, share, notify yourself, and open my brilliant content by clicking the notification bell. And hopefully you guys just enjoy, because that is the most important part. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers! I'll go with it, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another Tour Judgement. I probably said that in the intro already, but we're watching an exclusive view inside a $2.5 million mansion in a Tokyo suburb. He's probably going to say what suburb it is, and we're going to go off of that. Now, I am like house or, well, apartment hunting right now, because I want to move to a certain place if I get a job there, you know. It's still in South Africa, unfortunately, but, you know, you have to do what you can, you know. And while you're studying, if you can get some stable, you know, income, just a stable income, without compromising your studies, I mean, why not do it? So that's what I'm currently doing. That's why I saw this video again, because I was actually house hunting on Google, and Google collaborates with YouTube, so it recommends videos that you want to see on the things you also Google and stuff like that. So let's jump into this. This was a fucking long explanation. I don't know why I did it, but we're gonna jump into this video and you know, check this shit out. This house that he's gonna offer
portfolio, we showed you what you could get for $2 million in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And the answer was not that much.
No, but it was
today
beautiful.
We are here in Yokohama, which is...
The thing about me is, I don't see space equivalent to the money of the houses. It is how it works, unfortunately, you know. But in my opinion, the bigger the house, the more problems come with it, the more maintenance, the more cleaning. All of these things add up, you know, and it's just more of a hassle to deal with that than to have a nice little cozy place where you can just basically deal with the shit yourself. If you're in an apartment, of course, the people that you pay for the apartment normally deal with, like, leaking, if there's a leak, if there's something that needs to be painted, shit like that, you know, they normally help deal with that. So that's why I dislike houses, in
right next
my
to Tokyo,
honest
in
opinion.
the northernmost part of the city, to show you exactly what you can get.
All right,
here in
north.
Yokohama.
There's a school right here, so that's pretty good. Looks like a pretty average Japanese school. I don't know, man. It's,
and the answer
that's
is
all I can say about it.
a lot.
Oh. Okay. Decent view. Looks like decent space so far.
So let's go see the
Ooh.
inside.
One thing I don't like, this like charred wood. Basically what they do is they put the wood panels onto the house, and then they bring like almost flamethrower-esque thing, and they char the wood. So it's like that, it gives that coal vibes. But the thing with that is, it, like, you know, fades away over a year or two, maybe. I don't exactly know how long it fades away after, but then you have to get people back in to do that again, and that's also really expensive. So I would have gone with something else, in my opinion, you know, something more sustainable, maybe plaster. I know plaster also crumbles, but it's easier to repair, and it also doesn't cost as much as getting a fucking flamethrower out there for people to char your house. So yeah, I really don't like that. But with this, it just gives that like almost safety vibe, you know, with the trees and this little you can almost call it a balustrade. It is not really a balustrade, but you know, you can call it a balustrade. It gives that like safety vibe, which is
on the Meguro line
what people want in
Toyoko
houses.
Line, a popular train line connecting Tokyo and Yokohama.
Wait a fucking minute.
Meguro line and
Do
Toyoko
they do what my grandma does? So the birds sit up here and then they shit here, so they put spikes there so the birds can't sit there. But normally the birds just come sit here or something. Unless someone slept on there or sat on there or climbed on there, which would be odd, right? I don't know. I think it's for birds.
Connecting Tokyo and Yokohama. Yoko, get it? It's most known as being the location of a campus of Keio University, one of Japan's top-rated colleges.
Okay.
But lately, it has become a popular place to live for Tokyo commuters due to its loads of restaurants, bakeries, and bars, such as the self-proclaimed sandwich izakaya Golden Time, and local Italian restaurants too. It has become more popular amongst the IT crowd lately.
What is technically Italian food? Is it like pizza and pasta? Because that's basically just bread with sauce on it with some other toppings, and the other one is just bread that's technically cut up, in my opinion. So I don't know. Italian cuisine is pretty overrated in my opinion, because it's just, it's just
Since Apple recently moved a research center there. Now, let's
Okay,
see inside
it's
this
near an
house.
Apple Research Center. That's good.
And now
Ooh,
we're inside.
I like that
this
window
grand
looking
entrance
outwards.
Right here.
It's not
As
very
you can see,
safe,
the slate stone
but it's
floors
beautiful.
in front of you. Nice thing about this area
Door
is
looks
it has
dog
the
shit.
big window right here that just
I don't
lets
like
in a
the
little
char.
bit more natural
See,
light.
you can already see it starting to deplete. So normally it's a much darker shade of gray or almost black, and it started to deplete now, as you can see. And it gives this. It just, I don't know. I don't like
And
it.
then also shows you not only your own little.
All right, let's see. There's a bedroom there, bedroom there. I'm assuming this is the downstairs. There's like a little studio or a little thing here. There's the garage, you go up, you can go through. This is where the stairs are. Okay, pretty decent layout. Bathroom here. And then this is where you, of course, wash yourself. The other part of the bathroom, that's normally one, but in Japan they split it up. And utility room, that's probably for like laundry and shit, which is, as you will say, pretty rare in Japan. You don't get a lot of separate laundry rooms. So what is, so this is like a, as we call it in Afrikaans, sitkamer, living room. And yeah, I don't know what this is. It's maybe like a little hideaway hall or something. I don't know.
Garden over here with some bamboo in it, but also the park across the street. We'll talk about that park a bit later. But
That's a
come over
very
here and
sus
you'll
thing to
see,
say.
you walk right into your walk-in shoe closet.
People
Very
actually do
important to
have so many
this in
pairs of
Japan.
shoes.
This
First
one
time
even
I've
has a little wooden
seen that. Like
stage
every
right here, so you can stand on here. and
spot's
just kinda
basically
slip into
used.
your shoes so you don't get things dirty.
Huh.
Put your shoes into here, and then you walk right
Okay.
in. And
They also use it
this
as storage,
house
makes
is
sense.
2 stories. So it's kind of divided up really nicely between the public spaces and the private spaces. We'll get to this black room in a second, but first I want to show you the first of 3 bedrooms.
All right, 3 bedrooms. It's not that
Here
bad.
it is. It's a good cozy size, and the nice
I like
thing
that
about this
art.
is that you're getting the
It looks nice.
south-facing
It makes
window
the,
right over there.
just
So
because it's like shining a bit, the golden effect. It gives the room more liveliness with the, of course, the sunlight coming through the window. It just makes it look bigger and feel more homey,
getting
which is cool.
great sunlight and even some nice views.
You're gonna struggle to
for a
sleep in
good
this
reason.
room.
This house
'Cause
is on
everyone
top
knows
of a
dark is
hill,
better,
and because
but,
of how
you know.
Japanese architectural code works, that means that the places below you are not able to build that high. So if you look over here, you'll see
That's
even
actually
though we
cool.
are on the first floor, it almost feels like we're on the second floor, and that's really nice because on the second floor,
Decent garden.
that means we're above everybody else. But yes, this is the first bedroom. Right
It's-
next to it, you have
it's a decent
nice
bedroom.
little
You don't need
powder
any
room
more.
as well.
Ooh.
Toilet's very happy to see you. Of course, top of the line Japanese Toto toilet.
I like the aesthetic they went with
And
that toilet.
right over here, right next to that,
I feel like I could take a
you
shit
have
there
the
and
guest
enjoy that shit.
bath. And this one doesn't
Ooh.
have a tub.
It's only got a
That's okay.
shower.
Most people don't really need to use a tub every day, do they? Because you have a nice shower over here. Rain shower attachment.
I like
right
that.
there. It's a hand
I don't like the
very
tiles,
nice
but I like the shower.
faucet, all that kind of stuff. Beautiful sink over here, kind of an oblong, almost looks like
Yeah.
a pebble kind of shape to it. And also on the
Yeah,
walls
it's very
over there,
nice.
you have some Italian tiles done.
Oh, it's Italian tiles. That's why it's so shit. Sorry.
Very elegant, kind of Tiffany blue color. Now, before we
I'm
get
sorry
into
if
the
you're
next room,
Italian.
which is the laundry room,
I just
just
like
wanna
shitting
point
on
out
you guys 'cause
something
my
about
friend's an
these
Italian.
walls. You're not really going to be able to see it that
Oh, well,
well
the
on
Italian
camera,
descent.
but this
He's
is
South
made
African.
from Japanese plaster, a certain kind of plaster called kei-sodo. And that kind of plaster actually
Oh.
helps with humidity. So this sucks up the humidity.
Okay,
in
that's something I'm
summer
gonna
so
go
that it's
remember
nice
and use in my
cool
next
and
project. That's
dry
pretty
in
cool,
here,
actually.
and gets very, very wet during the summer. But that also means that during the winter, when it is drier in
Yeah.
here, this starts to
All right.
release all of that trapped up humidity from months before. So that means that more or less all year round, it's
That's pretty
quite
cool.
nice in here. Not too dry in the winter, not too humid in the summer. But as I
Who the fuck still gives a shit about the Kardashians, by the way? I just got a Disney ad for the
was
Kardashians.
saying, right
What the
next
fuck
to
is that about?
The guest
I don't even
bathroom,
know
you
they
have a
still
little laundry room
existed,
right
to be
here. It's pretty hard to find in Japan. But yeah.
Hey, he said
proper,
the thing. I also said
purpose-built
that. He
Laundry
said the
room
thing
with
too.
one of my favorite
Cool.
features in Japan. So in Japan, generally speaking, people don't use tumble dryers. And
It's not supposed to load. I'm the only one at home right now.
as you
This
can
is
see,
fucked.
This one
Okay, there we
is
go.
a all-in-one tumble dryer / washing machine,
Oh.
but that's pretty rare to even
I don't
have
like
this.
that.
So what do most
I
people
also
do?
don't like that
They
he puts
hang
shit in jugs. Who does that? Who actually fucking goes out of their way to put like the washing powder in a jug and the washing liquid or liquid dishwasher, what fucking ever you use, in another little bottle thing? I've never met someone that actually does this. I've met people who pretend they do it, but the reason I know they don't do it is because when you go into their home and you're like, oh, where's these snacks? And they're like, oh, it's in one of the jars. We like to use our jars. They always bring up the fucking jar. Oh, I hate no. I don't know why this pissed me off so much. I fucking hate people that do this.
Outside. But you know, sometimes it's
Oh,
raining.
I fucking
What
hate
do you
it.
do? You still need to hang your
Hey,
clothes.
it's a dryer.
So you use this. This right here is a clothing hanger that just comes down from the ceiling, just as it is right now.
You're gonna
And
kill
so what
someone
you
like
can do
that.
Is it keeps on going. Okay. Yeah, you can just put your laundry on here, and then bring
You're
it
gonna
up a
kill
little bit,
someone with that thing, 100%.
right? And once it's up far enough, you can press a button right over here on a panel, which is the same kind of panel that they have in bathrooms in Japan, to turn this entire room into a dryer. You have a heating element over here that after you press that button, it starts to blow hot air directly
One
onto
thing I
the
like
room.
about this house is
It
that
works almost as
the
well
two other
as
bedrooms
a
are separated from
So
the
with
main
that,
bedroom
let's go see
that
the
I
second
saw.
bedroom.
Yeah, so the main bedroom's on top, so you know you'd have that
Which is
divide
right over
and
here,
privacy
actually.
almost, which
And
is pretty
this
cool.
is more or less, I don't know, let's call it the second bedroom of the whole house, right? You have the master bedroom.
I like this light. They could have used it here too because of that ceiling here. Maybe put it one behind here and then it lights it up like that. You know, give it a more aesthetic vibe. But I like the veneer wood they've used here. I think it's bamboo. I don't know because it's very pale. I don't know what it is. Maybe bamboo. I don't know. But it looks pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure it's veneer because no one actually uses solid blocks anymore of wood because it's too expensive. So you just get, you know, a chipboard cut out, and then you basically just glue the veneer on, and you get this nice little finish. It's
Upstairs.
it's
This
pretty
could be the
common
kids' bedroom
practice,
or
which is
something
really
like
cool.
that.
They should have
It's
used
a
more
good
of those
size,
lights. I like
you
that
know,
light.
You could just have one bed in here.
I don't fucking like that wall. Why is that there? Who decided I'm gonna put this random ass? What even is that? It looks like cornfields or you know, it's either wheat fields. I don't know. I don't like that. It would have been better with maybe just painting in a different color or something, but
And have
I don't like
a
that
table
wallpaper.
and chair over there, just a little desk or something like that. But the nice thing about this is that it does have
Someone messaged
custom
me, but I'm gonna ignore
furniture
them right now.
built in. This is all oak over here.
Oak.
And
I was
yeah,
definitely
not just
wrong.
This bedroom, but also the bedroom upstairs too, has a beautifully done interior furnishing as well. But one other thing to note, you don't really see this in Japan as much as you would think you do, but these are bamboo floors, so very ecologically friendly.
Woo!
And one other
I
nice
didn't see the
thing
floors,
about
so,
bamboo floors is
I
that
did say
they actually
bamboo, so
transmit heat pretty well.
point for me.
Now, why would you care about that, right? Well, the reason being is that underneath these floors and in most floors in this huge house, we haven't gotten to what the size is yet, it actually has underfloor heating into it. So,
Of course,
these
normal
are-
Japanese
it's not
things.
on right
I
now,
wish
but
I had
these will
that.
get very nice and
I wouldn't
warm
have to put my
during the winter
feet
months when you want to have them on.
on a little
But yes, let's go
cloth
see.
because of the tiles on my floor, you know? Because it gets really cold when you have tiles in your
So,
bedroom.
one other thing on this floor, the dark room that we saw earlier. Why is this dark, you ask? Because it's a screening.
What the fuck is that art? Do you see? I can't be the only one that realizes that, right? What the fuck is wrong with this art? It's actually fucking beautiful. Is anyone gonna bring up the art here? I wonder. I really want to see this. I don't see anyone bringing up the art. That's fucking ridiculous. What's this? Yeah, I don't see anyone else mentioning that shit. Oh, there we go. I like the painting in the screening room. The guy just laughs. That's fucking... Who hangs this in their house? I don't get it, man.
And if you have it as a dark room to begin with, it's going to even feel darker than it is once you have the lights off.
Why
So
would
can
you do
enjoy your
this?
Movie over here. Right now they have a TV, but you could easily convert this into a projector. So that'd be very nice.
You like,
Yeah, have some
like,
movie seats.
how
over
do you
here.
convince your wife and be like, oh, I want to put portraits of people fucking in our screening room, where most people will probably spend their times, because you know a lot of people like sitting in screening rooms and shit, and it's
So I
just so
mentioned before
fucking
that
odd.
everything in here is painted black. However, there is actually something that's not quite painted, but was black from the start. That would be this
The AC,
up.
yeah.
It's pretty rare in Japan to have black AC units like this. Most of them are going to be white,
Dude.
right? But they've started making them in black now, so went really, really well.
I don't know if he realized
So the current
paintings.
owner of this place likes to have a drink
think he
with
does.
his movie, and you know what? To be honest, I'm kind of the
Ooh,
same way.
that's nice
Right now,
whiskey.
you can see he has a little bottle of hibiki right over here in the bar area.
One day
Don't
when
think
I'm
that it
big
comes
and
with the
strong,
house, but we could always
that's
try to
definitely what I
negotiate
want.
that in there anyway. Now, there's one other room on this floor that we have to go see, so let's go see it. So we have to head down a couple of steps to get into this, but
I like those
this
steps.
room
They are like almost you call it floating steps or something. I don't know. It's basically cantilever steps, so it's only attached to one side of the structure, as you can see on the wall there, and that's pretty cool. I think what they do is normally in normal places, if it's like concrete or whatever, you just put rods out and you basically just put these things into the rods and tighten them with screws or whatever. But yeah, I don't
right
know
here
how
is
the
what
Japanese do it.
current owner uses kind of as a gym or yoga studio. You can see some space for
Every good gym has a tiny trampoline in it, not gonna lie.
I think exercise. I'm not quite sure what do you do with these things exactly. But right next to that, you also have the second garden. The first garden was the Western garden. The second garden is the
Okay.
Japanese garden. And it's not the biggest in the world, but at the same time, it's beautifully done. And that's really all that
Dude,
matters.
you can do
Again, you're
so
getting
much with
the
this room.
direct-
What I would have done is I would put a TV in here and I would get actual, if I can afford a $2.5 million home, I would get actual gym equipment, maybe like a Smith machine, you know, somewhere, just put it in there. And that's where you can do your bench and your squats and shit. Because I see people who do that, you know, with the Smith machine, the squats, the back squats. I see them as pussies because they normally use the pads as well, you know, for the bar. But I mean, if it's a home gym, a Smith machine is all you need, and then you can get a few dumbbells, you know, the weights that you work in, and you are basically set with, of course, a bench or two. Well, yeah, you actually just need one bench, and I think that's pretty much all. And then you can do everything. I would also like a curling rack, you know, because I need to get my biceps up.
South
Small
sunlight
man
in
here.
all day long. Phenomenal. But yes, this is a great room to have maybe, again, as a yoga studio, maybe a dance.
So I would put the Smith machine right here, put a few benches. Yeah, I would put a TV like right there or something, and then I'll watch YouTube or listen to music on it while I gym, basically.
Or you could use it just as like a playroom if you have
Pretty
kids
cool.
or something like that. There's a lot that you can do in here. But right next to that,
Actually, I would put the Smith machine next to the, because I like to see that I'm doing my form correctly when I squat. So I would do it on this side as well, put the mirrors there, or I would just put it on this side somewhere.
there
you know?
is actually something that we haven't discussed yet. So this house is actually pretty large. It comes out to about 340 square
Yeah, you can already
meters,
see it's a
which in
large
square
house,
feet is
alright?
about 3,600 of those. That's right. That's pretty big,
Yeah.
especially for Japan. So if you have such a large space, you might want to have a car or two. And the owner of this place decided, you know what? We're not just going to have space for one car or two cars. We're going to have a garage that fits three.
That's such
And
an odd
here
number.
is that garage. As you can see,
Oh,
it's
it's one
big.
of these bullshit
So-
things. All right, that's what I've learned with vacation spots as well. If they say 2-car parking, make sure it's not one of these just extra long parkings, you know, where you basically block each other in. Because I hate that, man. Because if you go with 2 cars and one guy wants to go like shopping or something quickly and you have to move your car, it's just so annoying, man.
So the width, you can only fit 2 cars in.
For a house,
The
it's
secret of
fine,
this
but for
garage is
vacation,
that it
I'm just
actually
telling you,
goes
watch out for
all
that
the way
shit.
back to here. So what they do in Japan a lot is they'll have 1 car in the back, 1 car in the front,
Dude,
usually, but
it's
this
not-
one has
That little bike barely fits in here, bro. This is like you have 2 proper cars and a K car. That's what's going in here.
another space for a sidecar over here.
Holy fuck, look at these inverter systems. And that thing's as big as a fridge. You know how much power that thing can generate with solar panels.
That's a drink. But yes, 3-car garage.
Holy
That's what
fuck.
you have in here. And of course, it's not just an open
You're saving a lot of
door
money with
or
this house,
anything.
though, from
It actually
electricity.
has a proper garage door as well. Before we go back upstairs, I wanted to show you one last thing in the garage itself. So you see right over here, you have this large thing and then these 3 boxes up on the wall up there. Those are
Yeah.
conditioners for electricity. And
E.
this is a power station, as they call it. So
Yeah,
basically
it's a
a
fucking
large battery.
big battery.
Why do
Yeah,
you
it's
need
an
this?
inverter.
Because if you look at the roof, you'll see it is completely
Holy shit. That's a bit overdoing it, don't you think?
covered in solar panels. How many you ask?
Oh.
Enough so that every single month, unless it is raining all month long, they don't have to use any electricity from the
Damn.
power grid.
All right,
In
yeah, you
fact,
save a lot of
most
money
the
with that.
time,
That's
they're
actually really cool.
selling electric back to the power grid, including today. So there's so much sunlight coming in today that they haven't even drawn on the battery. That's how much is going on in this house. So
Holy.
let's go check out why you need all that electricity.
Okay, that's pretty cool. It's a lot of...
So coming right through this door is the entrance to the second floor. And
Oh, I like
just
that,
realized
actually.
this right now, actually. I see a little half door kind of thing over
Ah,
here.
dog door.
And, well, hold on it. And
Dog
what do you
railing
get?
or baby railing, whatever you want to
That's
call it.
right.
Safety railing.
Dog gate. I've
Yeah.
never seen that actually built into the wall like that. But
Pretty
that
innovative.
is
That's
not the
actually
only
really
thing This
cool.
floor has. This is the living, dining, and kitchen, all on one floor. There is also the master bedroom as well. But first off,
Pretty good.
let's start with
Lot of
the
space, a
living
lot
room.
of
You can
space.
see the ceilings are extremely high over here. You have it built at an angle. This is the south side. This is the
Ooh,
north
look
side.
how big the windows are. You get a lot of sunlight.
If they have it at an angle like this, that means that you're going to get more sunlight coming in than you would if it was just a flat ceiling like that. And right now I'm standing,
Alright.
as you can see, in the open living area, which is flanked by this really nice carpet designed by an Australian woman named Nicola Cherini. So very nice.
My grandma buys these things from the Pakistani near us for 50 rand. It's not a really... I don't like these types of rugs. I'd rather have a boring plain one than some weird fucking green flower.
Tapestry
No
kind
offense
of
to the
thing over
artist,
here.
of
Right
course,
next to
but
that
I don't
as
see that
well,
as art.
You have this. This is actually a space heater. If you give it a couple minutes, then this will start to look like it's actually on fire.
It is
Very
actually
easy
on fire.
There it is. Actually, it is real fire.
Yeah.
Okay, but it gets nice and warm, which is great. So you might
Oh
be wondering,
no. I was just about to talk about this. You can see the wear marks there. There's a TV or something behind you. That's
okay,
so
where's
fucking
the
dumb.
TV in this so-called living room?
That's
There's also
so
a TV
dumb.
room downstairs, of course, but up here they decided to hide it away, just like that.
Yeah, that's
And
disgusting.
the
I
way
would,
that
if I
these
bought this
doors
house,
open,
close
I
that
don't
with
know,
the
it
rock
just
again,
gets me slightly
hang a bigger
aroused.
TV
Look
on
at
the
that.
TV,
You
like on
have
the
whole TV
above
in
the
way.
fireplace
This is
thingy,
also
because it's just this is
custom-built
this is dog
whole
shit. I don't
shelving
like that.
unit over here with a hinge like I've never seen.
Is that a
before.
Wii remote?
Just love how that goes, and also
No, it's not.
it's soft closing, so you don't have to worry about slamming it.
I thought that was gonna be a Wii remote.
But yes, so this is the living room over here.
Look how
into the
much
dining
it stands out. You can just that's such a dumb thing to have in your
room.
house.
They have a seat for 6, but you could easily put a seat for 8 if you wanted to.
Alright.
And the nice thing about this
There's a
is that you
breakfast
have
bar,
the
so it's
beautiful
fine.
View over there, which
Most
we'll
people
get
would
to in a
probably just
second.
sit
There's
at
a
the
big
breakfast
balcony
bar.
too. But here is the kitchen, and it's not just
Ooh,
this; it's also
it's
over
beautiful.
here. There's a pantry there too.
Oh,
We'll get to in a second.
Oh, little reading corner, little chillax corner, whatever this is. This is pretty cool. I always like these things because there's probably a window here as well, so you can just like take a nap there, watch a video, subscribe to my channel. No, I'm
But
just
I
joking.
love island kitchens, and this is
Oh,
a
gas.
phenomenal
It's
one.
gas
As you can
fucking-
see,
I
it is
hate
decked
gas.
out. You have your large sink over here. You have a dishwasher over here, not the biggest, but it gets the job
It's more
done.
than
If
you need,
wanted to,
yeah.
You could always change it into a larger one or add a second one, right? Right next to that, you have all this counter space over here, nice granite, and 3-burner gas stove with
I like induction heat better.
an oven.
It's just more safe.
And,
I don't like
you
that.
know, most countries in the world, I wouldn't
Not the
even
oven,
mention that.
the gas.
But in Japan, that's pretty hard to find. And if you don't like this exact oven,
Yeah.
you can always change
Oh,
it. to something else as well.
This is fucking pretentious. No one actually does this. No one actually... Fuck off. No one actually does this.
Coming over here, got your fridge set up here, and I have to be careful with this one. There is a wine fridge built into here
Okay.
as well. Nice little wine
I
cellar.
don't care
kind
for
of
wine,
thing.
so...
So good to have.
It's a beer fridge.
But
If
also,
I ever get a
what
place
I
like this, that's a
really
beer
like
fridge.
about this is that you do have your own little separatable pantry. So most pantries in Japan, if they
Ooh.
exist, are just going to
It's a lot of space down here for like extra things. Like there's the air fryer or rice cooker, whatever that is, coffee machine. So you can put a lot of things in here, which I like.
closet.
That's pretty
This,
cool.
however, is about the same.
This, however, is fucking bullshit. If you know someone and you've been to their house like once or twice, and every time they had these little jugs in there, they literally just refill it when you go there. No one does this. No one in their fucking right mind does this. Look at that. Do you think a person that keeps all these fucking little sachets and shit in a little plastic container does all these things every day? No, it's not. No.
Same size as some kitchens that I've shown on this channel. Japanese kitchens tend to
Why?
be on the small scale.
Why would you do it with popcorn? That popcorn's not going to last you that long. That's like one sitting of a movie. You don't pre-make popcorn. Who the fuck lived here? Holy shit.
But no, this is bigger than most kitchens.
I don't know why this is so upsetting to me.
Nice to have
I
that
just
kind of
fucking
size
hate this
pantry,
pretentious
right?
ass shit.
So right outside this pantry, you have a lot of panels over here. It's pretty common in Japan.
That's for the doorbell, one of
One
them.
place, especially in larger houses. From the top, you have your intercom system here, so you can see who's outside. You have a security system over here. You know, you don't really need it in Japan, but it's still safe to have. This is your water heating panel because you control the exact temperature to.
They've pressed that power button a lot.
Below that, you also have your underfloor
de-skidding.
heating, which is really nice. As I explained before, most rooms in here actually have underfloor heating. And the last thing that I wanted to show you over here is this panel. In the garage, I think I showed you the battery and also the transformers for the solar panel.
We also have that. Ours is just in our garage, but it basically just shows you the charge and the amount of electricity the house is taking and the amount you can sustain, basically. That's basically all it does,
and
alright?
This is the actual display for...
You can change the settings as well, but I don't recommend
right
it.
over here, even though we're using electricity in here totally, it's at 99% charge for the battery just because you are drawing so much
I can see it was 99% right there.
That's nice. So I've been cooking all day long. I am completely out of it. I just need to sit down and have a rest.
Yeah.
And, well, that was kind of the whole idea.
Entire thought on the kitchen, it's a pretty good kitchen. I like the layout. Don't like the gas, that's the only like downside, but there's enough storage, there's like enough counter space. It is shitty counter space, alright? It's a shitty tabletop they used. I think it's quartz that they used. They could have used marble or something to make the place look better. But, you know, if you go cheap, you can't go wrong with quartz, especially not white quartz. So that's nice. Would have been better if it was marble. But all in all, it's like a really fancy kitchen. You know, you don't need anything. It comes with a breakfast bar, an island, all of these things. So it's definitely a good pick for you if you like cooking.
Corner over here, which the owner likes to call the cozy corner. And it is quite cozy, I must say. But
I would not lay there if I was him. If someone calls a corner in their house the cozy corner, I'm not fucking going near that corner. First of all, because it sounds odd. Second of all, because it makes, like, why is it the cozy corner? What did you do in the cozy corner? Why did it get a special name? Why did the other corners not get... Nah, I will never in my fucking life.
About this, you can't really see it today because it's a bit hazy outside, but from here, you can see Mount Fuji. Yes, that is right. Just because of the orientation of this house, the fact that it's on a hill, and because
I don't actually care about a fucking mountain.
The way you have
but I know some people do, so
Fuji.
for those mountain lovers out there, there you go.
From here,
you have a Mount Fuji view
from the balcony. So let's go see what that looks like.
I'm gonna skip past the balcony.
So here,
alright, I'm gonna skip past this because this is gonna be pretty fucking basic, and also I don't want to look at this. It hurts my eyes, the charred little wall. So you can see the difference in color here now. So you can see how dark it is here and how light it was down there. I'm not gonna put it side by side. I'm busy doing my studies. Alright, but yeah, you can already see the difference, and I don't like that. So yeah, it's just a normal fucking balcony, bro. It's a normal balcony with a nice view.
So let's go see it. So this balcony extends all the way.
That's all it is.
That also
okay, you have garden space as well. It's not that important, alright.
Smells kind of.
Yeah, I know it's charred.
More character, and also if you want it to be black again, you can just get them to reburn it. But
yeah, see, you just waste
we're back
money.
Inside the living and dining area, and there's a couple of other things that I haven't showed you yet. So first off is right over here. This is the office area, and what I like about this is just how open it is, but at the same time you have plenty of storage up in these cubbies that are all built in up here.
You're not gonna have a high school chair as an office chair when this is your office, by the way.
And
so I want to see how a big chair looks in there.
Adjust the height for. So if you want to have some things that are a bit taller, you can.
Who the fuck is gonna go through the effort of putting things higher than the second one? Why did they put so many space there? You know what they could have done? They could have put that like rotating spaces in. Like there's like a, you know, it goes down and up, and that would have been
Put them
pretty
in
cool.
certain ones and shorter in the short ones as well. So what I like about this is just how open it is, while at the same time,
Yeah, you get a
feeling
lot
like
of
it's your own space,
sun.
right? You have all this place
Almost like
for storage.
you're not gonna
up
be able
here.
to see what's
You have
going on
these
your
little
fucking
cubbies
laptop.
down here as well, and you can just sit here and be on your computer while you have the natural light coming in from the park across the street. Now, a couple of things about this park.
All right. So you've got an office looking over the park. You've got these weird fucking paintings in your screening room. You've got these odd arrangements of jars with shit in it, especially candy. This doesn't look like a very good person that stay here. Who the fuck wants to look at a park with children in it? I don't know, that's weird, man.
In the summer, right in front of us, can't really see them right now, but you'll see this entire hill populated by hydrangeas. The current owner of this place became the head of the Park Preservation Society.
Nah, this guy's playing into the joke now. It can't be. He's so invested in the park, eh?
Plant all of
Wonder
these
why.
hydrangeas right across, and
Look at that. He's sitting in that window looking at the children while he's working. Now that's
can't really see them right now again, but they'll be very nice and very safe.
no, this is a
There's a couple of
fucking
more
odd little
areas on
house
this
that he's
floor,
built
so
for
let's go see
himself
the
here.
second one.
Gallery.
So the second of the three non-living dining kitchen areas of this whole.
First of all, this is not a gallery. This is not how a gallery looks. This is more of a library. What I would have done is I would have gotten a soundproof what do you cover the fucking windows with? Oh my head. I can't think of the word now. Drapes. I'm gonna call them drapes. You get like soundproof drapes, hang them down, and you have your own little corner. Put 2 bean bags in there with your books or whatever, or maybe even a small little tiny screen or whatever, and then you have your own little like a zone out space, you know. That would be cool. I'm skipping past this. This is not a gallery.
As well. Plus, you have.
It's another fucking odd picture. Nah, dude, I don't like the guy who owns this house.
What a Japanese house be without a Japanese style room?
Okay,
Come on over.
this is a culture room. I'm just gonna skip past it because this is what all the Tommy rooms basically look like. It just looks more modern. So normally you hang shit back here like words of your family or fucking words you want to live by, whatever. If someone dies, you put them in there and you honor them or something. The Tommy, I hate it. It's like carpet, but shit carpet. I don't like it. So yeah, I'm skipping past that shit. This is a waste of a room.
So
this is honestly a waste of a room.
More Japanese over here.
Okay, that's cool. That door's cool, but everything else fucking sucks. I don't know. You just waste space when you do that.
They even managed to have the side like this kind of modern way of.
Okay, what I would do with this place, I would break everything fucking down and I will make another bedroom. Easy as that. That's such an odd fucking waste of space. Let's see the master bedroom before I leave this video upset even more than I am.
Is of course.
Okay, now that wallpaper actually looks decent, but that fucking one downstairs, the blue thing, I hate it.
The master bedroom. So this master bedroom, couple of things about it. First off, you can see
2 beds.
Spacious. Very, very spacious.
Typical Japanese family. They don't like each other, so they don't sleep next to each other.
Of course, one other thing about this master bedroom, it actually has this one feature wall over here with designs from the same designer who did that rug in the other room, and also the wallpaper in one of the downstairs bedrooms as well.
Yeah, get another talent buddy. That's not good.
Just like the other ones in this house.
This is, you buy something like this from Sheet Street, bro. Or something like that, wherever you buy wallpaper from. I'm pretty sure Sheet Street also sells them. This is where you get these things from. They're not that unique or good. I don't like that.
Faces that large.
It's just a waste. It
don't
starts
get
peeling. I've got fucking... When I moved out here, my mother put wallpaper on and it's peeling. So every day I go with fucking super glue or wall glue, whatever you want to do, and I glue the shit back because it keeps peeling, and it was done pretty good, but you know, it just starts peeling and it's so dumb. I hate it.
View of the surrounding area. You're the king of the castle, you're on top of the hill. It's great up here. But
yeah, you're the king of the castle that looks at little children playing in the park. That's odd, man.
And also a closet that we should take a look at too. So let's go see the master closet.
This is such a fucking pervert house,
Here
bro.
is that closet, and as you can see, they divided
With
it
those
pretty
pictures
well
and shit,
into
that's
halves. So you have
off-putting.
the his and hers side.
It's a big
Both of
closet.
them
Alright,
have pretty
you don't need to
walls.
talk a lot. You can see it's a
Ceiling.
lot
So
of
the
space,
thing I
even more
love
shoe
walk-in
storage or
closet
hat
so that
storage that someone's using it for.
something.
Alright, let's see the master bathroom.
Stop using ChatGPT like everyone else and do this instead. To the men over 50 who don't know how to use AI. Tomorrow morning,
Coming into here, this is the master ensuite.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
That shower, fucking luxurious. That's like a raindrop simulator, range shower head, whatever. That's pretty fucking
To
cool.
my left, your right, you do have your own little powder room, and
I've
right
actually
over
wanted
here,
to buy one of those because I like showering and I like playing in the rain when I was little. So I was like, why not combine the two? But they're expensive.
as I mentioned before, most of the rooms in here actually
Wait, is there more fucking shitty
right over
wallpaper?
here,
Oh my
as
soul.
I mentioned before, most of the rooms in here actually have their own floor heating, and this is no exception. So this does have its
I'm
own
very
floor
judgmental
heating
of this
panel
place now.
right
It's
here.
fucking hot.
And if you walk in, you'll see your dual vanity setup over here. These open up,
It's
so you have a little extra
pretty
storage up
simplistic,
here.
you know,
But to be
yeah.
honest, you don't really need that much storage in here because you already
What the
have
fuck is that?
all this down here. And
Oh,
also
I like the
this over
downlighting.
here.
That
This
gets
is
a point. That's pretty cool.
custom built for this house, and it even has its own little garbage chute over here, so you don't have to worry
Okay,
about,
that's pretty
oh,
sick,
the
yeah.
garbage can. No, you just put it right in there. You're good.
Built-in garbage
But
chute,
the
that's
nice
pretty cool.
thing about this place is that it's kind of more of a Western style shower and bath setup. So you have your
Yeah.
own shower booth right over here, which you can just get into and well, take your shower, not only with the handheld one, but also with the big rain shower up top. And that's
It's a
far
big
enough
rain
where it'll
shower,
actually
yeah.
feel like rain.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kinda
pretty
cool.
sick.
And right next to that, because
That-
it's actually
that
a
makes the place
international
worth it.
couple who owns this place, they decided to put in a towel warmer. You almost really never see
Okay,
it
that's
in
pretty
Japan,
sick.
but it's quite hot right now, actually, but really nice to have. So you have this huge floor-to-ceiling window right over here that you can actually open up if you want to just have some extra fresh air. But yeah, it's quite
Who does
nice.
that when
And
you shower
the
and
bath
shit?
itself is a good size, I would say. You know, I can definitely stretch my legs out here. I could have the water all the way up to here while stretching my legs out, which is
Oh, it does have
not
the
an easy
drains
thing
and
to
shit.
do
Okay, that's pretty
in
cool.
Japan, and the bathtub's over here, but oh, it's so nice. I have the air blowing in into my hair. So the one thing we didn't talk about in this house is the price. Everything else, I'll just
It
give
said
you a recap.
2.5
It's
mil.
342 square meters. It's a 3-bedroom, plus you have all the yoga studio and the screening room and all those extra little tidbits. But it's huge.
All right.
342 square
Aside from what's on the fucking screen right now, it's a pretty good house, alright? For 2.5 million, I think it's an actual deal. I don't know exactly where it is, but it seems like there's a lot of good places to send your children to school and shit. So if you're a family, this is probably a good place to live. There's a lot of places to go nearby as well. It's near Tokyo. You get a lot of space, a lot of room for what you're paying. Like if you compare it to other places in Tokyo, of course. And yeah, it's a really good place. The only thing is, my all honesty, the outside of the house needs to be fixed up, and it comes with an inverter as well, which also saves you a lot of money. So it's an actual really good deal for this house, because I think that inverter system that they put in with the solar panels probably cost 1 million at least. So you know, it's a deal that you're getting for this house.
600 square feet. That's big. Plus you have the garage too, 3-car garage at that. You're in the northern part of Yokohama, but you're still very close to Tokyo. It
Yeah.
only takes you about 30 minutes to get to Shibuya, and another maybe 20 minutes if you wanted to go into the more central parts of Yokohama. The price
Okay.
of this place comes out to 360 million yen, which is, in today's exchange rate, just about $2.5.
Yeah, no,
And I have to
that's
say,
a deal.
it's
That's a
worth
good deal,
it. So the
yeah.
nearest two
Like I said, that inverter system is almost close to 1 million, probably, with all the solar panels they put up there. Well, 1 million rand. I would say it's more than 1 million rand. But I wouldn't say it's 18 million rand. So, okay, let's say it's $250,000 to $500,000 ish for that system that they put up in there. So, technically, you're just paying around 2 million for the house, with all of the space and everything, and you're also going to save money. You're close to a school, you're close to university. I mean, it's a really good deal. I'm going to ignore all of the weird shit that the owner has in the house. I'm just going to rate the house, like erase all of the pictures from my fucking memory, if I hopefully can. I'm going to rate it like a 9 out of 10. You know, for the price, even though it is expensive for most people, you do get your benefit from it. All right, you're getting your inverter system. No, you don't have to technically purchase electricity. It's only water that you're going to purchase. Now you get a lot of space, get a lot of parking. You get a view of the park where the children play. Yeah, you get all of these weird little extra bonuses. Of course, the showers are a big bonus, separate shower from the bath, and of course the towel drying rack I really liked. And yeah, of course, you get a magnificent kitchen. You get a little cummy corner. Oh wait, sorry, it's the cozy corner. And yeah, no, I would definitely rate this very high. That's why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. In case you guys end up enjoying, you know what, do like, subscribe, share, notify yourself, and upload my brilliant content by clicking the notification bell. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you agree with me, comment. If you don't agree with me, comment. I would like to see what you think about this place. Go check it out on Tokyo Portfolio without annoying South African commentating over every little thing that he sees. And yeah, hopefully you guys just enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one after you subscribed, of course. Cheers!